Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Classic Beauty Goddess. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Megan. I am so excited that each and every one of you are joining me in this video. I hope that you are enjoying my month of green eye looks. This has been very fun for me and I have enjoyed it exponentially because I have learned that green might be my color. Maybe not my best color, maybe not my favorite color, but it actually looks pretty good on me if I find the right shade and combination. And today will be no different. So let's just get right to it. If you happen to see my previous videos regarding my eyeshadow palette collection, you will know that I do not need any more. I did purchase a new one and I used the excuse of this challenge to rationalize my decision. And the reason for that is because I really did truly want this palette merely for sentimental value, but with the green shades that are in it, even though there are a few more than just green, there's some blue and red and gold, I just wasn't sure that there were enough colors for me to use practically. So, without further ado, I have the Nomad Cosmetics Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette. Now, this is the box it comes in, and I just wanted to share this because this is a view of the Cliffs of Moher, and this view in person is stunning. Words cannot describe it. And I just had the most terrific time on my trip last year to Europe and being able to see this in person. And so that is why I really wanted this palette. I didn't think I needed this palette and I still don't need this palette, but I have it. And it is a beautiful palette. There is actually this very gorgeous green sort of velvet finish on the front with the gold knotting, Celtic knotting around it. And when you open it, there is a mirror with the Cliffs of Moher photo as the background, you can see there. And then this, my friends, is the palette. Now you can see there are some more shades other than green. It is not all green. However, there's a lot of green, and I just touched something green actually with my finger. It must have been, I don't even know how to pronounce that. But you can see there are a lot of green. You have a different stamp on each one. I'll get in just a little closer, and they all have names relating to Ireland, which I just think is fantastic. So for the look today, I thought about using one of those programs or apps where you can, put all the names into a program and then have them randomly choose them, like a winner wheel or something. I know people have used them for contests and giveaways and things like that. But since I want to make sure I'm getting those green shades, I am going to use this shade right here as my transition shade. I'm going to use this shade up here, not necessarily all over, but maybe along with my outer corner, maybe try and do a little wing with it. And then I'm going to use this shade all over. This is a gorgeous green shimmer that would look great with either of these because it has a little green and just a little blue in it. And I think that'll really accentuate everything very nicely. And I might even use this shade down here in my inner corner because it's a little more champagne. This one has a little more rose gold to it, but this one is a lot more muted and more champagne, a little lighter. So I think that may go really well in the in my inner corner. So before we get started, I am going to push these back, get them out of my face. It is so warm right now in Florida. But anyway, so for eye primer today, I am going to use my Milani eyeshadow primer. I've had this one a little while, so it might be time to get rid of it. I'm not really sure. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be separating like it has in the past, or like other tubes of it I have had. But this is one of the best. It is a drugstore brand, and it really does just help keep everything in place. So I have my BK Beauty brushes as per usual. So I am going to start in with a nice fluffy brush for kind of all over. You know, it's so funny because I almost feel like I don't want to dip into this pan because it is just so beautiful with the markings and everything, the stamping. But of course, that's no way to, there's no point to that if you're not going to use it. Gotta use it. Okay, that has just a little bit of a yellow hue to it. So now I am going to take, I think, my flat brush and see what I can do. I don't know that I want to put this all over the lid, so maybe we'll try my rounded fluffy brush. Oh, that's right, we're doing Blarney Stone, which is a little more green. I'm trying not to do too much just in case. The one great thing about the Nomad palettes, their eyeshadows are very nicely pigmented, and so a little goes a long way. And sometimes, especially if you want a more neutral look or a lighter look, you definitely want to go in a little more light-handed. All right, that's really pretty. One thing that I've kind of forgotten, because I don't wear a lot of eyeshadow, is it definitely tends to look a little more colorful or a little more bold in person than it does on camera. So because I do tend to have a lighter hand with my makeup, sometimes I have to remember that for it to come through as brightly or boldly or as colorfully as it does in person, I kind of have to go a little darker than even that for it to really translate. So I will do my best and hopefully not disappoint. I feel like we could use just a hair more here, because I'm sure at some point I will be adding to that. All right, so I'm going to take that flat brush I was talking about earlier, and I'm going to go into Savage Beauty, which is the champagne gold color, and I am going to apply that to my inner corner. And let me tell you, this kind of looks like fairy dust to me. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely very much a shimmer. I don't think it's a foil. It looks like foil in the pan, kind of. But I feel like it's definitely more of a sparkly formula. It doesn't really have, I don't want to say it doesn't have a base color, but it's definitely more just for the sparkle, not necessarily for the color, because it is a metallic. But it's very, very pretty. I really like that. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use my finger for slancha or if I want to just use my brush. I think I'm going to try and go in with the brush first and see how much it picks up and how much it really... Now see, on the brush, that looks much more blue than it does in the pan. I wonder if I should switch what I'm doing. Let's just see what happens. Who wants to just see? how blue that really is, or how green it is. It is really pretty. It's definitely more blue. I thought maybe it had a little nice hint of blue and green, but next to the green shade Blarney Stone, I think it definitely looks more blue. So this is not quite the green look, but I haven't really mixed colors. I've really tried to stick with the green shades throughout this series, but having a green look does not mean that you can't have a little dimension with some more colors. So I do think that putting those together is a nice little, you know, something different. So I think I'm gonna line my bottom lashes with Blarney Stone just to help give a little bit more of the green. And then we're just gonna go in with that fluffy brush and kind of soften those edges a little bit. There's only so much softening you can do when you're wearing such a bold color, or, you know, color in general, kind of. If you're going with neutral, just depends on how heavy-handed you are. But I think that looks pretty good together like that with the different shades, and it still looks green. It's still, you know, vibrant. So I am going to go off camera, do the rest of my eye look, my lips, and I'll be right back. All right, so I am back. I used my Victoria Beckham Beauty Kajal liner in Olive just to tightline the upper waterline and just do a little bit in the outer corner. And then I used my Essence Lash Princess waterproof mascara along with my Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in Iconic Nude, as well as my Kosas lip oil in Unbuttoned. Just wanted something neutral on the lips because the eyes are, of course, the star of the show. So just to give you that last look with everything together, I think it turned out very well. Again, I think I could wear this every day, or I could definitely do it as an evening look for me. In person, to me, it looks a little bolder than it does on camera. So, you know, this would be a special occasion, date night type look for me, but I can totally see how someone else would wear this on a regular basis if that's their style. Thank you again for being here. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. You know, tell me what palettes you're using, if there are any new palettes that are coming out soon that you're interested in trying. I actually, to be honest with you, haven't been paying a lot of attention to some of the new makeup that's coming out because I know there's a lot. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye.